The Senate weighs in on Governor Gina Raimondo's nomination to be the nation's next Commerce Secretary.
Another round of hearings taking place on Capitol Hill today for President Biden's cabinet picks. Senators questioning Raimondo for 2.5 hours about her record. Our Steph Machado joins us now with what lawmakers pressed her on. It's new at 4.
Raimondo enjoyed a warm welcome from the Senate Commerce Committee, with the Republican chairman saying right off the top he does expect her to be confirmed to President Biden's cabinet.
At its heart, the Commerce Department is about opportunity.
Governor Gina Raimondo appearing virtually to be questioned by senators about how she would lead the sprawling Commerce Department, which focuses on jobs, the economy, and trade, and oversees a variety of agencies from the U.S. Census Bureau to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
She is smart. She is practical, she is results-oriented, and she likes getting stuff done.
Raimondo receiving glowing introductions from Rhode Island Senators Sheldon Whitehouse and Jack Reed.
In the wake of the pandemic, she rallied the people of Rhode Island with straight talk and quickly established an outstanding team of physicians and medical experts to guide the state's efforts.
Multiple senators questioned Raimondo on the census, as both the pandemic and the former Trump administration's policies have affected the timing of the count.
I believe that we need to take the politics out of the census, and we need to rely on the experts.
The governor received generally friendly questions from Democrats and Republicans on the committee, with Republican Ted Cruz one of the only senators who pressed her on her record.
The state of Rhode Island came out 50th, dead last, the worst state in the union for businesses.
My record is clear that we have created thousands of jobs for the people of Rhode Island, and I would look forward to fighting for the American worker should I be confirmed.
Raimondo has been speaking with senators over the past days and weeks while remaining almost entirely out of sight in Rhode Island. The governor has stopped attending the coronavirus briefings and has not taken questions or done interviews about the pandemic or vaccine distribution in over a month. She does plan to make a live State of the State address next week, which could be her last public appearance as Rhode Island's governor. No date has been set for the committee to vote on Raimondo's confirmation yet, but Chairman Roger Wicker hinted it could be soon, saying Raimondo is unlikely to be governor of Rhode Island much longer. I'm Steph Machado, 12 News.
Governor Gina Raimondo appearing virtually on Capitol Hill this morning to take questions from senators who will decide if she should be President Joe Biden's Commerce Secretary.
Steph Machado reports Raimondo had a mostly friendly reception, including from New England senators who hope she'll help the local fishing industry. Steph?
All indications so far are that Raimondo is on track to be confirmed as President Joe Biden's Commerce Secretary. The only question is when.
It is an honor to come before this committee today.
Governor Gina Raimondo taking questions about the census, trade, and seafood as she aimed to convince the Senate Commerce Committee that she should lead the U.S. Commerce Department under President Joe Biden.
At its heart, the Commerce Department is about opportunity. The opportunity to start or grow a business, the opportunity to get a good, stable job, the opportunity to pursue the American dream regardless of where you live.
Two fellow New England Democrats on the committee, Connecticut Senator Richard Blumenthal and Senator Ed Markey from Massachusetts, said they were pleased to have someone from the region set to lead the Commerce Department, with Markey asking Raimondo to send more National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration jobs to New Bedford, the nation's top fishing port.
If you would consider adding additional NOAA facilities and capacity in New Bedford, and in other areas of Massachusetts in order to provide the on-the-ground expertise on fishing, offshore wind, and other issues important to Massachusetts communities.
I would look forward to coming to Woods Hole and to New Bedford and exploring that with you.
No date has been set yet for the committee to vote on her confirmation, but Republican Committee Chairman Roger Wicker said this at the end of the hearing.
I do not believe you will be serving as governor of the state of Rhode Island for very much longer.
Raimondo is making a live State of the State address next week. It is possible that will be her last public appearance as governor in Rhode Island. I'm Steph Machado, 12 News.